Please read the disclaimer. Holy smokus, it ain't no jokus. Did we just find out the real reason why the crypto market has been selling off? Why XRP and Bitcoin jump and then drop in a very short period of time? Today we saw XRP pump about 5% and then off of that drop about 6% until right now. We'll talk a little bit about what's happening there. Is it because of President Trump? Is it because of tomorrow and the CPI data that's coming out? Is it over leverage? We'll talk about all of that. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile, send out the good vibes. Smishity smash that like button. Let's try to get 2,000 likes on this video. I know you guys can do it. I'm gonna enjoy some fresh air. I don't know if you could hear that. Let's get into it. So currently XRP is sitting at $1.86. XRP did this weird movement, but it wasn't just XRP. Okay, it was also Bitcoin. As soon as the stock market started trading, about 10 minutes in, suddenly we saw a significant amount of a buying pressure here for the crypto market. Bitcoin all the way to 90,000. And then suddenly, right, we had a crossover on the 1348 EMA and it came all the way back down. Currently, Bitcoin is sitting at 86,000. Same thing happened to Ethereum, right? And the moves, each individual asset moved according to how much leverage there might have been. And you can see the leverage, it got hit both ways, right? So if we go to the last 12 hours, you can see shorts 30 million, Ethereum 124, but actually Bitcoin, it was 78 million on the short and 63 million on the long. XRP also 4.4 million on the long, 1.33 on the short, and Sol also about 20 million on the long and 9 million on the short there. So it was a kind of mixed bag here. If we take a look at the stock market, also did something similar. It started out up, not as aggressively up as the crypto market, but then about the same time, about 5:30 my time, it started selling off, ended up finishing the day in the red. We are, going into, you can see about the same time, 5:30, stock market starts selling off, crypto starts selling off after it had that little bit of a pump. Some might say it's manipulation. I actually think that if any manipulation happened, the manipulation happened over here on this rise that just came out of nowhere, where the stock market wasn't really rising. So you could say maybe that was what happened here. We are having the speech from President Trump at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I don't know what time is it. It's like 5 p.m. right now, I think, right? Because it's 12 minus 24 minus 15. So I think it's about 5. So we got a little bit more hours. I'm probably going to be sleeping by the time he makes the speech. So I'll let you know what happened tomorrow. But it will be very interesting to see where the market is in a few days. I just read today that we are at a situation where the RSI, wait, I'll bring it up for you. Actually saw it here on Lark's channel. Lark Davis, this is Bitcoin weekly RSI is at the most oversold level last since the end of 2018, 2019 bearish market, the March COVID crash, and the end of 2022 bear market. And he's saying here, not saying the bottom is near, absolutely not. We can always go another 40% lower, you never know. When Bitcoin was this oversold in 2018, it dumped another 49%. In 2022, it dumped another 58%. These bottoms can take way longer to form than you think, and they can bring some pain, more pain than you think. So the fact that we are in this situation where the weekly RSI is very, very oversold, we also have a situation where we did get a crossover on the 1348 EMA, sell on the weekly as well. And we got a buy all the way back when Bitcoin was at 23,000. So does that concern me? A little bit. And I am planning for a situation, right? And this is just what I am doing. This is just how I am looking at the market and what I'm planning for. I'm planning for market recovers first quarter is great, but I'm also planning for the scenario where the market pulls back 30, 40, 50% from here. And how am I going to play that? I'm ready with a few types of scenarios. You have to think what are the scenarios you want to play and how you want to play it. Okay. Are you going to have cash on the side? Are you going to have defenses? Are you going to be aggressive on the dips? Are you going to be selling on the dips? That's again up to you. This video is for educational purposes only, for entertainment purposes, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very importante. So again, we have tomorrow, Thursday, CPI. I think the market is anticipating for those two things. And there was a sell-off today going into tomorrow because it's such an unknown and the markets don't know what could potentially happen. Okay, so that is very, very important. Again, XRP also got the same weekly sell on the 1348 EMA. But if we go on the stochastic RSI, it's all the way at the bottom. So it's very, very confusing, right? You can see the last time we were at the bottom here, right around here, we rallied in that period of time, right, about 120%. So right now it's very confusing. We'll see how this next month and a half, 2 months plays out. It's going to be very, very interesting. And could it be that the whole reason why we are still seeing this sell-off or this pullback, even though institutions continue to purchase, right? It could be that it's coming from China, right? So China has again restricted Bitcoin mining and the network hash rate has dropped by around 8%. That is a very large move, especially when China still controls roughly 14% of global hash power. To understand why this matters, look at history. In 2021, China banned mining province by province when it controlled over 50% of the hash rate. Today, the share is lower, but an 8% hash rate drop still forces real reactions from miners and large holders. Now connect this to price behavior. Bitcoin has been trending lower even while institutions are buying billions worth of Bitcoin. It only happens when forced selling is happening. There are two main sources of that selling. First, OG Asian whales. Many early Bitcoin holders are based in Asia, especially in China. If these holders expected to renew mining pressure, it makes sense that they started selling weeks earlier, not after the news became public. On-chain data already shows higher selling from long-term holders over the past 1 or 2 months. Second, miner capitulation. When miners are forced to shut down, revenue stops, equipment is sold, Bitcoin reserves are sold to manage losses. This selling is not a choice, it happens no matter where the price is. Now look at where the selling is actually happening. US ETF outflows exist, but if we remove a few very large days, there are not enough to explain how fast and how deep the drop has been. The clearest signal comes from regional exchange data. Asian exchanges like Binance, Bybit, and OKX show steady net spot selling, especially through Q4. And of course, we have the October 10th, which some are saying, it totally broke the crypto market in the short term. So again, we'll have to see what will happen there. But long term, again, I'm still, if you ask me where we'll be in a year, I think we'll be in a much better place than we are right now. We see crypto leaders meeting in Washington to work on market structure bill. Crypto leaders and lobbyists are meeting with U.S. senators, including Tim Scott, to finalize key details of market structure bill. This is a pivotal meeting will allow industry to solidify its position ahead of January negotiations after heavy lobbying and frustrating delays this year. And another bill that could be happening is the crypto fraud bill coming. U.S. senators just introduced a bipartisan bill called the SAFE Act to fight crypto scams. It would create a task force with Treasury, FBI, and regulators to identify, track, and stop crypto fraud. I am so for this. Many times in the videos, I remind you that I will never contact you on social media asking to sign up to anything, to send me anything, that those are scammers, those are fraudsters, they're imposters. I have been working with law enforcement to close fake accounts. They actually helped me close on Facebook and TikTok. We were able to close some, and Twitter also, but they keep popping up. So if you ever see me contacting you or sending you a DM, it's not me, it's a fake account. All my accounts are private. Only we have the Twitter account, the Telegram group that is open to everybody, and this YouTube page. That's it. Everything is linked in the description down below. Everything else is a scammer, okay? So just be very careful out there. And if you see any other influencer or YouTuber or TikToker sending you a DM, that is not them. Okay. Hopefully this goes through and people that have bad things happen to them are able to recover whatever happens there. Hopefully going forward. It's a year anniversary of RLUSD. Fast. It went by fast. We've gone from zero to top 5 USD stablecoin in record time. Here are some of the key milestones to define that journey so far. 1 billion milestone, RLUSD officially crossed 1 billion market cap in November 2025. One of the most fastest climbs in regulated stablecoin space. Demand and trust for the trust is real. Compliance first. The OCC conditionally approved Ripple's National Trust Bank charter. By pairing federal oversight with their NYDFS license, they are building the gold standard for enterprise-grade stablecoins. Institutional infrastructure. BNY Global was selected to custody RLUSD reserves, further strengthening institutional trust and attestations by Delarite for added transparency. Bridging RWAs, RLUSD is a 24/7 off-ramp for BlackRock, BUIDL, and Van Eck VBIL tokenized funds via Securitize, depending its institutional utility, and DS Bank FTI Global partnered to enable repo trades for tokenized money markets with RLUSD, bringing stablecoins to capital markets. And global footprint beyond the US, RLUSD has secured key recognition in international hubs like Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Multi-chain expansion. The future is interoperable. It's hard words today. Expanding to L2s like Optimism Base Inc. and Unichain via wormhole NTT standard. This unlocks massive demand for XRP, wrapped XRP liquidity across the entire ecosystem. It was undeniably the year of the stablecoin, and he can't wait to see what 2026 has in store. And this is Jack McDonald, CEO of Standard Custody, SVP of stablecoins at Ripple. So again, this has been a very, very interesting year. If you go back, of course, to December of 2024, we were already in similar price action that we are today. Towards the end of the year, people forget this, right? But we did have a sell-off in the price action. And around the end of the year, XRP was around $2, even under $2. So we're basically at the same price, right? 1 year or year to date, minus 10%, which is not terrible. But of course, we were hoping that this year was going to be a very good year, that we'd have the 500 days after halving, that would be a crescendo, and that didn't happen. So we'll see how this next few months play out. We'll see in the short term what Trump says, what the CPI is, what Japan is going to do. I totally forgot about Japan. I went to see Avatar 3, and it was very entertaining. It was very long. But I recently saw 2 on the airplane coming back from Thailand. So I remembered what was going on, but I don't remember what happened in the first movie. It was like, I don't know, 15 years ago, maybe even more, when I saw it last. So yeah, I couldn't really remember what was going on from the first movie. If any of you saw it, let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed it as well. So Japan also could rock the markets, and that's why I think we saw sell-offs here, because people are anticipating that things might not be good, and maybe there's a carry trade and all that. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the next 48 hours plays out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description down below. And did we get 2,000 likes on this video? Yes, no, maybe. Check it out. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.